Howdy, and welcome to the inaugural Feed Bandit podcast with myself, James Byrne, aka El Bandito, and my esteemed compadre, Richard Corn Bandit Kinchlow. How you doing,
How's it
Corn
going?
Bandit?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Thank you.
There we
Looking
go.
forward.
It only took us about an hour and a half to figure out how to hook all this stuff up, so we finally got it working. Hopefully this recording actually works and we get it out there to the podcast community. So we're excited to start this podcast in which we'll be discussing topics in hunting, our favorite sport and passion. For the first podcast, we want to give you guys an idea as to who we are, what Feed Bandit is, what it means, and where we're going with Feed Bandit. So let's get to it. Goals of this podcast. Well, we want to try to accomplish several things. First one being, we want to entertain you. We want to discuss topics relevant to hunters like you and us. Some examples of some of the things that we've already talked about and published some blogs over on feedbandit.com are feeding for deer, where you can and can't feed for deer, how to properly use deer feeders. But we talk about other things other than deer hunting, deer, dove, duck, turkey, hog, predator hunting. We'll give you tips on all those. What we'll try to do through this podcast also is maybe give you a couple of good game recipes here or there, and just a lot more. We want to have a good time talking about hunting and really everything around hunting. So we're just going to kind of, me and old Corn Bandit here, go back and forth on and see where it takes us. But also what we want to do is interview and give a platform to other people in the hunting industry and other hunters. Some examples of the people we're going to talk to are some of the movers and shakers in the hunting world. Some of these very interesting people that you see on the hunting shows, or that have maybe another hunting podcast, or are lively on Instagram, as an example. We want to talk to them and get their story so that you can hear it. We also want to talk to other small business owners and entrepreneurs who are looking to provide products and services to us, the hunters. We want to focus on the small proprietors, though, because we kind of feel like sometimes they get the shaft, or they have a hard time getting out in front of you and us hunters, and it's hard for them to get that exposure. So what we want to do is we want to bring on some hunting gear inventors and other small gear makers that want more exposure. We want to talk to feed stores that offer hunting products, feed, blinds, feeders, and other hunting gear for use as you're driving to your land. You can stop at one of the feed stores and give them some business. And then we'll talk to other service providers. So our goal at the podcast is to be kind of your go-to podcast, if you will, and the one you listen to when you're driving to and from your land, Friday or Sunday or whenever it is you're able to get out to your property. So what's Feed Bandit? I alluded to it before, but our mission is to provide the best and most high-value platform possible to support small and family-owned businesses and entrepreneurs in the hunting space. Along those lines, I mentioned we want to hear from inventors and entrepreneurs developing new and innovative products. So if you have a new or existing product and you're not currently offered really in any of the kind of big box stores, the ones we all know, please contact us and let me know if you want to get it out there and in front of more hunters, if you want more exposure for your product. Or if you just have an idea and you haven't started producing it yet, we'd still love to hear from you. We'd love to talk about it. Maybe we can help you get some exposure to get that thing produced and out there in front of hunters. Again, we want to be the premier platform available to hunters to be notified of the newest and most innovative gear available. We'd also love to interview you and feature your gear or idea on our podcast and our website. Again, our goal is to help you build your idea and or grow your existing business by giving you as much exposure as we possibly can give you. We'd also love to hear from feed stores and other similar suppliers of hunting feed and gear. If you're a feed store in a small town or even near a big town, please contact us and let us know. We'd love to interview you and talk about your business and get you in front of our hunting listeners. Because we have a passion for small and family-owned businesses That's really where myself and Richard come from. We both come from family-owned businesses, and we want to help get you as much exposure to our hunting audience as possible. And again, I also mentioned I don't want to forget the service providers. If you don't actually have a physical product, but you can provide some service to our hunters, I don't know, cedar clearing, cedar removal, water catch construction, if you're a gunsmith or whatever, please let us know. We'd love to talk to you and, help you get out there in front of people. If you're someone like one of these, a small feed or hunting gear supplier, vendor, I don't know, inventor, service provider, and you'd like to be on our podcast, please let us know. Go to feedbandit.com/promote and send us a message, and we'll interview and feature you. We've already done several product reviews, and those are posted on our website. So we're definitely looking to do more, and we'd love to help. Again, message us at feedbandit.com/promote and get in touch with us. And along those lines, we have several other ideas as to how we're going to help you out. And we're confident all of them will be extremely valuable and beneficial to not only you as a vendor or a supplier, but hunters as well. And so fellow hunters, don't despair. You'll also greatly benefit from what we're trying to do here with this podcast and our website. Number one, it's our goal and to make sure you never cease to be entertained, enjoying funny and entertaining hunting stories, us bringing on very interesting people for interviews, and you get to learn where they come from and what their story is. And then we'll get you some valuable tips and tricks all along the way. Now, we want you to join the hunt with us. By joining the hunt, you'll get access to the newest and most innovative products available and coming out into the market, products that you can't find at the big box hunting stores. It's easy to join the hunt. All you have to do for you guys is go to feedbandit.com/join and enter your email address. Very easy. It's all free. No worries. Don't worry. We won't send you any spam or anything like that. It'll be high value cited information that you'll be glad to get. And then when you do, we'll give you a little freebie. We wrote up an interesting little book, 118 unique deer, dove, duck, and turkey hunting tips and tricks for both the beginner or for a beginning and experienced hunters. So that's some interesting little anecdotes that we've learned over the years, and we'd love for you to get that book and read through it. Tell us what you think about some of the ideas we have in there. Do you agree or disagree? Or do you have more? We'd love for you to actually send them to us, and we'll add it to the book. So sign up now at feedbandit.com/join and get the ebook. And when we launch, you always get early notification of new products and promotions. So it'll be great. So now we just want to talk about really who we are, how we got started in hunting, why do we love it so much, and just kind of why we're messing around with Feed Bandit. I'll just start off by saying, first off, for you guys out there, we're not professional hunters by any means. We're just a couple of weekend warrior city slickers, if you will. We're looking to have fun, learn more about hunting alongside you, and help out small businesses all along the way on this journey. So, Richard, you still there?
I am here. I'm here.
Awesome.
I've been enjoying listening to your commentary.
Oh, thank you. That's the most I've heard myself talk in a long time. But how about, start wherever you want to start, but who are you? Where do you come from? How'd you get into hunting, and why do you love it?
Sure. Sure. My experience in the outdoors really started when I was real young. I was privileged enough to be in the Indian Guides out of Dallas. We would go to Possum Kingdom, and then we would see all kinds of deer and turkeys and raccoons and skunks and all that. And there's just something about it that I just had a real connection to. Later on, a couple of years later, my folks moved to a new house along a creek, and along that creek we had raccoons and wood ducks and birds and things of that nature. And quite frankly, I just kind of fell in love with the outdoor lifestyle. It got to the point that, where I had a roof over my head, I didn't feel like I was at home. if I had the opportunity to go be like Robin Hood and live in Sherwood Forest, I would probably go and do it. And that's something that I've carried with me my entire life. To the point where I remember my first time I was actually, quote unquote, allowed to go hunting. My father called me when I was 8 years old and said, "Hey, you want to go on a turkey hunt?" And at this time, we were hunting at a hunting lease in Menard, Texas, and I still remember where I was, and I remember the entire hunt. And quite literally, it was from that particular point, although I wasn't really able to shoulder a rifle per se or a shotgun. I just fell in love with it. The sights, the smells, everything. And it has been my passion ever since then. Quite frankly, and you could probably, if you look at some of the blogs that I've written, I think you can probably hear that in there. And you can, like my most recent one, talking about little dove hunting, when September 1st rolls around, I'm just an absolute basket case. I quite literally don't sleep the week before. Because of the anticipation. I'm not sleeping because I'm nervous. I'm sleeping because I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, you can see that on your Instagram posts.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, I'm glad that my dear friend Jimmy does the editing because it was all over the place. So anyway, no, it is a lifelong love of mine. It is a passion. It is a right. That is granted to us and is worth defending. And but more importantly, hunting and fishing, the outdoor lifestyle is worth passing on, especially to our children. And I know that's something that we will talk about down the road here. Both Jimmy and I have children, and it is our duty to pass along this culture, this lifestyle to those that will be there when we're dead and buried per se.
Right. I guess we want to get that kind of message out, which everyone's duty, right? I mean, every hunter's duty to pass that on.
Absolutely.
You can look around, and especially if you get on Twitter and just watch and see kind of the crazies on there. There's people that are always kind of you're always fighting sometimes against the people who don't like hunting and
sure
whatever else. So we gotta pass it along and keep it growing for sure.
Absolutely. And a quick note about that, with this growing organic, non-GMO, non-blah, blah, 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 blah phase going on right now, you would actually think that hunting would become more appealing because, quite literally, we don't have the ability to capture a deer and inject the damn thing with hormones,
Yeah, I mean, what could be more organic than that?
Yeah, exactly. You would think the big organic push would be, well, let's just eat deer, So anyway,
right.
But that is for another time, I'm sure.
Yes. I'm sure we'll talk about that in a full other podcast for sure.
No doubt.
All right. Yeah, I guess just talking about kind of where I come from, kind of similar. I did the Indian guide stuff as well, and I grew up across the street from a creek, and growing up, I lived in that creek, sun up to sundown, especially all summer long.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we kind of have the similar, I guess, origin story, if you will, superhero origin story.
There you go.
But I didn't get into hunting, as you obviously will recall, until, I guess, obviously it was after I met you. That was in college, but then a while. I mean, let's see, 2005. Yeah, 5. So a couple of years after college, I guess, several years after college, and wasn't it we're sitting around or something, and what was the story? Because didn't I I hadn't asked yet or something.
Yeah, so we would all be hanging around the campfire, and we'd have our cigars and our drinks and all that kind of fun stuff. And, we would all be waking up the next morning at 5:30 with super sore heads and whatnot. And, Jimmy would be,
I'd be sleeping in.
Yeah, and, we were sitting by the fire one night, and I said, hey, I never asked, but is this something that you want to try? Here I am preaching, hey, we all, we need to do our duty and introduce everybody into hunting. And one of my best friends, I hadn't even asked him. So yeah, no, quite literally, that's the way it went. You're like, yeah, I think it's great. And we kind of taught him the safety aspects of it, and then worked on him with the management principles of the deer hunting and why you do it, and dove hunting and why you do it, and boy, here we are.
I know. Well, it's only been 13 years. I feel like it's been a little longer, but
I agree.
yeah, no, really up to that point, I was just kind of a fisherman. And
Right.
It's funny how that shifted where now I don't really fish anymore. I just kind of drink beer whenever y'all are fishing.
Right. Well,
But
somebody's got to do it. There's a manager for every process.
I'll change the Pandora station or whatever,
There you go.
But no, I remember, I still remember very clearly, shooting that spike, that first deer.
Yep.
You're gracious enough to make a certificate for me.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I graduated, I guess I graduated, I don't know, hunting college.
That's right. Yep. I do remember that, and then that is one of the real rewards. Obviously, there's no monetary, financial reward to that, but that reward, in my opinion, I'm using reward a lot, is a lot more rewarding. To see everything kind of come full circle, and boy, oh boy, that was huge. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, I mean that's I've to this point now have kind of helped teach people, and along with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess a couple of years ago, whenever Illini shot his first deer.
Yep.
I mean, so I have now been able to sit with someone and guide them to their first deer. So that's it's a cool situation. We'll have to have a little quick aside recording, have him tell that story, but because
I agree.
I was trying to be as cool as possible so I didn't freak him out.
That's right. Yeah, that's the reason why you were there, because one of the things y'all will come to find out is that I get the buck fever real bad, and it doesn't matter if it's a bull elk or a 2.5-year-old doe. I just can't. Something's wrong with me. But they say that if you get the buck fever, it means you really, really care about the animal. So I got that going for me.
Yeah, I hope I don't never lose it.
No, I highly doubt you will.
I feel like though that the more experience I've gotten,
Right.
I don't get it as much, only because I'm able to judge faster and make a decision faster, and then whereas before, when I was less experienced, it was always, I mean, I still second guess myself a lot to make sure.
No, of course.
But it obviously just took a little longer. So the longer it goes, the more nervous you get.
Sure. Oh wow, there's no doubt.
So, but it's still there, and I get the shakes after.
Oh sure, no,
because you're excited, and everything.
Absolutely.
Like that. So.
Well, and here we go again. That's another topic. We can discuss is, you're gonna get the fever, and I don't care who you are. And so you got to have ways to cope with it, and that's important. And probably the biggest way of coping with it is your breathing, but moreover, practicing. I mean, God, you owe it to the animal. And I don't care if it's a hog or a mangy pasture poodle that you're about to put down, send to the maker. You need to be practiced. You need to have practice. So yeah, another topic, another day.
Yeah, another topic, another day. But yeah, I mean, I guess, as far as just letting you guys know who we are, hope you kind of see where we're coming from and how, we're just hopefully like you guys, where, we just want to go out and have a good time, hunt right, be good game managers, land managers. We'll talk a lot about that.
Stewards of the land.
Yes, stewards of the land.
Absolutely.
We'll try to get a lot of tips out there for you guys about doing that. We'll try to interview a lot of land managers. People who kind of know what it takes to take care of I don't know, grasslands and tree lines. This type of stuff. Really how to deal with that. We got a long list of people that we're ready to talk to. A lot of different topics that we're going to talk about. So I would just say, do you have anything else you want to talk about there?
I think I'm good. We could literally keep this thing going for
Oh yeah.
for hours and days. But no, I think this is a great start. We're really looking forward to it. I think one thing I'd like to reiterate is we're not professionals. That we don't have a degree in hunting per se. But again, what we write, what we talk about is all from practical experience, and then that's very important. Because again, ducks wag differently, on a tank in the hill country than they will up in Kansas, but, there are some similarities. And of course we want to hear about, the differences and whatnot. So it's
Right.
all about, getting together. And quite frankly, we really look at feedbandit.com and the podcast and the blogs and all that. We quite literally look at it as a potential escape for everybody. If you're an outdoorsman, you like to hunt and fish, you probably don't like to be in the concrete. We get that. So, we hope that, reading our work and listening to us will allow you to escape for a little bit. That's pretty healthy.
Yes, exactly. We want to help you, and I just want to reiterate, the things we talk about. If you have something else to help or to add to it, please let us know. Or even if you disagree, you say we're doing it the wrong way, please let us know. This is meant to be a discussion, entertaining discussion, and just let's talk about different ideas, and then yeah, if you want to listen to us while you're at work, of course, to escape, I wouldn't blame you either. Staring out your window, thinking about sitting in a deer blind. I've done it before, so.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Yeah. All right. Well, awesome. I just wanted to remind everybody that, again, if you're listening to this and you're a small feed or hunting gear supplier or vendor or inventor or whatnot, and you want more exposure to the hunting community, we'd love to help you out. So please go to feedbandit.com/promote and send us a message there, and we'll set up an interview and we'll just have a discussion, and maybe we'll put some information out on the website as well. And then also for all you hunters like us out there, please go to the website and join our hunt. We'll be rolling out a lot of cool things. You'll get early access to a lot of new products, get some promotional discounts on some products and things of that nature. Plus, you'll get our free ebook. So get that, read through it, have a good time with it, and then let us know what you think about it. Good, bad, or indifferent. Let us know some extra tips, and we'll add them to our blog. We'll add them to our book, and of course, give you credit. So shoot us an email over at feedbandit.com/join. Go to feedbandit.com/join. Put in your email. It's free. We won't spam you. We promise. And you'll get that free ebook. And then when you do that, you'll be on our list to get all these promotions and products and whatnot. So it's going to be fun. I think you have a good time. We're going to build an amazing community around Feed Bandit. One thing. Why did we call it Feed Bandit before we get...
No, that's very true.
Yeah. Where did the origination of the name Feed Bandit come from? You want to?
Yeah. The original the name of that we went with Feed Bandit is because one of the things we're going to be trying to do is again help connect hunters to suppliers. Okay, for example, the deer hunter in Dallas, Texas is going out to Hico, Texas, and if they need to, and instead of buying their corn from a big box store, maybe they can buy it from a feed store along the way, something of that nature. Again, as Jimmy alluded to, helping the small businesses, the small entrepreneurs. So kind of the thought is, when you think about a feed bandit, what do you think about? Well, the first thing we always think about is the raccoon. Quite literally, they're the first darn thing to ever find your food. I mean, they even find it before the birds do.
Right. You put out new feed and like we've done recently with our feed test.
Yep.
And what are some of those pictures immediately is a raccoon.
Absolutely. So our slogan for our company, if you will, is, we'll find your feed. So feed Bandit, we'll find your feed, and obviously that extends to not only feed, but also the other products that you need, hunting batteries, feeders, things of that nature. And of course, as we grow throughout this process, adding other lines, things of that nature. Again, from these small entrepreneurs that are out there that don't want to potentially look at the box store options, things of that nature. So that is kind of the origin of the name.
Yep, and I think we're pretty proud of that.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, well I think that's it. Please, bookmark this and go to, I guess, iTunes and give us a little 5-star review, please, and that'll help us. And other than that, we will see y'all later.
Yep. Thanks so much, everybody. Remember, support your local feed stores.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.